Continuing now, Donald Trump was in Greenville, North Carolina tonight. Okay, in the Talking Points memo, which I know you did not hear because you were on the trail, I said that you are going to build, in my opinion, of course, you are going to build a wall if you're elected. I don't think there's any question you'll do that. That you are going to come down hard on sanctuary cities and cut off federal funds. If you're elected, you'll do that. That criminal aliens who are here illegally, who commit crimes in the USA, you will immediately deport them. You're going to have some static in the court system because of due process, but certainly you'll authorize authorities to do that. Am I accurate so far?
And we will pass Kate's Law.
And Kate's Law, very important. And I know you've been behind that from the very beginning. The issue you are apparently modifying is what we talked about, and I told you very rudely, I was rude, that there's no way you're going to be able to deport 12 million law-abiding, peaceful illegal aliens in the system that we have. There's too much due process involved. You're not going to be able to get an immigration force of that kind to drag them out of their homes. So it looks like you're modifying that. Am I correct there?
I never talked about dragging people out of their homes, Bill. I never talked about that. Look, I mean, just so you understand, we're going to have a very strong border. People are going to come into our country, but they're going to come in legally. But we're going to have the wall. We're going to have a very, and by the way, Mexico is going to pay for the wall 100%. We're going to have a wall. Mexico is going to pay for the wall. We're going to have a strong border. The Border Patrol, 16,500 agents endorsed me because they understand. We're going to get rid of, first hour, I'm going to authorize get rid of all of the drug lords and the gang members and all of the people that are here illegally that shouldn't be and committing tremendous crime.
Yeah, but there's due process.
Unbelievable crime.
You can't just do an executive order. You're going to have to go through
very little due process. Okay.
No, but there's some.
Well, I think there's very little. Okay, but I think there's very little. And the police, the local police know who all of them are, and we're going to get rid of it. So we're going to stabilize our border. We're going to have a strong border. We're going to have a country again. And then what's going to happen is when it's all completed, the wall, all of this is completed, the people that haven't committed a crime other than, of course, coming into the country illegally, which is, you know, depending on your definition, those people, Bill, we're going to determine when we look at where the country is, how the border is, what's happening with our country, which will be down the road. We're going to make a determination at that time as to what to do with the best.
That's a modification of your original position, but that's fine.
Well,
I mean,
depending on how you want to view it.
Sure.
I don't know about that, but that's okay. If you want to say that, it's fine.
In my opinion, as a news analyst, you've modified your position a bit. But I'm saying to you that I believe the whole package that you put together in Arizona, all right, has now reignited your campaign, that you now have some momentum behind.
Well, and Hillary, just so you know, Bill, very important, Hillary has no package because she never talks about illegal immigration.
She wouldn't do anything.
She wants everybody
to
pour into the country. Right. She wants the Syrians to pour into the country, 600% almost more than Obama has, and he's got thousands and thousands of people pouring in right now. She has no, if you ask her, she's got absolutely zero to talk about on illegal immigration. Everybody can just pour into our country and take our jobs, and no matter how they are, good, bad, or indifferent, I mean, just pour into our country. That is a disaster for the United States.
I hope
and she doesn't want to talk about it. And she got brought there. Bill, she got brought there by Bernie Sanders, you know, super left. I mean, she got brought there by Bernie Sanders. But people are going to pour into the country under the Hillary non-existing plan. Nobody even knows what her plan is.
Now, Governor Pence says he's going to release his tax returns. Today, Hillary Clinton's whacking you again, and, you know, she does it almost every day, that you should release your tax returns. If Governor Pence does release his, is that going to put pressure on you to release yours?
Not at all. Nobody cares about it except some of the folks in the media. Nobody cares about it. But just so you understand, I'm under audit, a routine audit, and when the audit's complete, I'll release my returns. I don't know when that's going to be, but when the audit is complete, I'll release my returns. I have no problem with it. It doesn't matter.
But the legal
how does she talk about my tax returns? Because in the meantime, Bill, in the meantime, well, no, but nobody would recommend that. In the meantime, she has 33,000 emails that she deleted. When is she going to release her emails? She probably knows how to find it. Let her release her emails, and I'll release my tax returns immediately. Now, with this being said, I released almost 100 pages of financials to the FEC, and they're detailed. There's a lot of information. The fact is, you get very little information from a tax return, Bill.
Okay, but when the audit's complete, then you'll release it. That's what we learned.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Hey,
thank you.
I appreciate you coming on. As I said, we're still working for Mrs. Clinton to come on, Secretary Clinton. What do you think? You think she's going to come up against me?
I have no idea, Bill. Nobody can figure it out. She goes out for a day or two, and then she goes away for 5 days, and nobody hears from her. So I have no idea what she's doing.
Would you watch that interview if Mrs. Clinton came on The Factor? Would you watch it?
I may. I'm not so sure. I might have to turn to another network.
All right, Donald Trump, everybody.